seconds, then you lose the game. You'll cash out with whatever you won, and the rest will go to our scavengers who call 600 KFMA 600-5362. So if you want to be a contestant, give me a call right now, 600 KFMA 600-5362, especially if you've never played Tap Out before. Again, the listener bait today is up to $100 in gift certificates to Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza on Broadway. Fantastic and the best deep dish pizza in town, in my humble opinion. All right, now, have you seen the SNL 50 documentaries that they've been releasing on Peacock?
No, but I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen any of them.
Fascinating stuff. I love it so much. And, in honor of that, the second home of sketch comedy is not New York. It's actually Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah, and our theme today is Chicago sketch comedy. So 600 KFMA, 600-5362. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tap Out.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
All right, let's see who our first caller is, attempting to answer the $20 question to be our contestant. Rock 102.1, what's your name?
Carlos.
Carlos. All right, Carlos, if you could answer this question within 5 seconds, you're going to be our contestant, okay?
All right.
All right, the question is, who is the former Second City member known for his role as Michael Scott on the U.S. version of The Office?
From the tip of my tongue.
I
Steve
know.
Carell.
Yeah.
He got it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, just in the nick
Barely.
of time,
Wow.
Carlos. All right, $20 is in your bank. You're our contestant for Tap Out. So it's very important to get the answer out or tap out before the 5-second clock runs out, okay?
Alrighty.
All right, here's your $40 question. Which Second City alum starred as Liz Lemon in the comedy series 30 Rock and created the show?
I have no idea. I tap out.
Oh, tap out. So, well, that's very generous. And actually, there's a lot of people listening right now that are rooting you on, Carlos, because they can be a scavenger and pick up the exact amount of gift certificates that you're receiving as well. You got $20 for Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza, which is nothing to sneeze at. You can get a lot of good food for $20 at Rocco's. You know the answer there, Mari?
Tina Fey?
Tina Fey is the correct answer, yes. Did you know that, Carlos?
I had no idea.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, excellent job, dude. So give me, I need 4 numbers between 1 and 10 from you.
Let's go 7. Lucky 7.
All right. Well, that's one of the numbers. So we'll do callers number 3, 6, 9, and 7. And you guys are going to be scavengers and pick up a $20 gift certificate to Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza on Broadway. Check out the revamped menu at rockoslittlechicago.com. We'll let the reset be back with more after music from Breaking Ben and Rock 102.1. All right, back here live. Oh, hopefully we'll have comedian Kay Vaughn join us on the stream. I had Kenny reach out to me, and he's producing a comedy show at the Outlaw. Kay Vaughn is a comedian from Chicago, and he'll be coming to town. And so I sent him the invite, and if he pops in, that's great. We'll pump up the show and everything. If he doesn't, well, that sucks to be him, and I won't mention the show on the air at all. I mean, that's just a fair trade. I am tired this morning and in no mood. But I've been getting positive affirmations from Mari all morning long. So I feel good about that. Whenever I self-deprecate off the air, I'm like, oh, I'm just so tired. I sound like an idiot. She's like, no, you're actually sounding really good today.
Very awake.
It's all faking. I'm faking it, Mari.
Well, you're good at it.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, you should
superpower
You
unlocked.
should see me fake it. I'm a good faker. I've learned from the best. Everyone I've ever dated. And I'm like, oh, that's how you do it. Okay, cool. Taking notes. Yeah. So yes, please send me positive vibes and thoughts. I do have a funny little story that I'll pop in on the podcast with here after Shinedown, which next week again we should be giving away tickets for Shinedown all week long. So excited about that.
They're coming.
Well, they're coming to Phoenix, but yes, they are coming. They're announced, and Erwin on our Facebook page has been bugging. He's just like, because we were giving out tickets for 9 Inch Nails. He's like, what about Shinedown? Give us Shinedown. So I know Erwin will be try those win those tickets, or at least I would hope so, because he's been the squeaky wheel when it comes to that concert. All right, let's get on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. That was Shine Down, as I was mentioning, on the podcast broadcast stream, which we are live on. And you can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, where we'll see some viral videos and whatnot. But next week, we should be giving away tickets for Shine Down. I'm still waiting for the confirmation. They are coming to Phoenix, and we should have the hookup for you. So all next week will be your listener bait for that. And that's a specific shout out to Erwin, who's basically been the squeaky wheel who really wants us to give away those tickets. So Erwin, if I do, I better hear from you, and hopefully you'll win these tickets. I know these concerts are expensive, though. Ashley Rosa, our streamer, she messaged me because she won tickets for Nine Inch Nails, but she wanted to buy 2 extra tickets for her kids. How much do you think they cost?
Oh, $60+.
You wish. I think the total was around $450.
Wait, for what show?
Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, for them.
Yeah, and it
That's
wasn't
like T Swift.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like front row or nothing. So yeah, these tickets, they get super expensive. And I'm also getting bagged on by Todd here, but yeah. So you want to win these tickets? At least it'll be a good way to save some money going to see these iconic bands. With that said, we're gonna keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. But yesterday I was at the autograph signing for the Tucson Roadrunners, and season ticket holder and listener came up to me. And he said, he's like, the other day when you interviewed the junior Roadrunner, which I did a little in-game interview with I think it was like 10-year-old Alex. 10-year-old Alex, yeah, he performed, he plays for the junior Roadrunners, and they were doing a scrimmage during the first intermission. So we did basically like a mock sports reporter, sideline reporter interview ahead of the game. Nice. So I was that guy. But he was like, in my head, I swear to God, I was thinking, we're going to continue the conversation with Alex on the podcast broadcast, right? So I'm like, yeah, if you want to hear young Alex say the F word, join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. So we had a moment. That's all I want to share. All right, we got new music here from 3 Days Grace. Here's Mayday. Join us, youtube.com/beefvegan for viral videos and whatnot. Tease away. Hey, look, Todd, while Mari's trying to talk me off the ledge, you're telling me to jump. I already said, today's been a tough day. I started off by myself. Emil couldn't make it in today, which is fine. But then my top story was, of course, the tragic accident that happened in Washington, D.C., which is a bummer. Yeah. I shouldn't have touched that with a 10-foot pole, but I did.
Oh, you did.
Oh, I did. I make bad decisions all the time. And then, so it took me a while to recover from that. And we just did a live Instagram stream. And I'm physically, I'm like, I'm beat, right? I'm just there, right? I'm at that. I need to take a long-ass nap and get ready for it. Tomorrow's going to be like a super show. I'm having tons of people come in tomorrow. And I got to prepare for that, right? But I'm beating myself up. And then at the same time, Mari's like, no, you're doing great. And then I look at Todd and I'm like, no, you're doing terrible. Your teases are terrible.
Say that.
Your comments are terrible. Your jokes are hacked.
He didn't say that.
He said some viral videos and whatnot. Way to tease there. And then he said,
I think that's an accurate tease.
Yeah. Shouldn't have shouldn't have to be told you were getting positive reinforcement. Now I have to work to put all that self-esteem back in a box. Let's see. Touching Instagram. Oh, will make you sick. What do you mean? I don't even get that. You wish I said your jokes were hack. Look at it. He's on one today. No, I'm ignoring first off, all these other great comments. You guys are doing great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But I don't focus on any of the positive shit. I'm just going straight for.
You're a glutton for punishment.
A glutton. Tell me more. Tell me how bad I suck, Todd. Yeah, who is going to the Zenora show? I'll shout out Zenora again because that's always fantastic, and their performance was good. I still have to edit up their video, too, of their in-studio performance because that was solid. I did a reel of the in-studio performance from Funeral Portrait. That's on our Instagram page, so hopefully you got a chance to check that out. For Holy Water, hopefully they're making that their second single. So we debuted it on the show yesterday, actually.
I heard it on the radio.
Yeah, did you like it?
Yeah, it's different from the other one.
Yeah, which is, good. As artists, they want to make every song different. So I could understand and relate to that. Do more ball gargling noises into a mic. I didn't do gargling noises into a mic, did I?
I know. No, never.
See, Todd? Huh. Yeah, no, you know what though? That's a thing. This is what's upsetting me, and now I'm like concerned for my health, Dave.
Well, when does your blood work come back?
Huh? I don't know. That's another thing. I'm like, hopefully, I'm like, what is taking them so long
takes
for
a
my
little bit.
blood work? But yeah, I'll mention this. This is one of these like not even compliments. These observations that low key offend you. Rock 102.1 KFMA. I just got this comment from Dave again, and this is the second. So I had Rob last night at the Tucson Roadrunners say, "Hey man, you look tired," and I'm like, "Really?" Because I feel great. You know, I took like a long nap and I'm not tired. So you're just telling me I look terrible, right? That's not great. I showered and everything. I prepared for yesterday. I was making an appearance to take pictures with people. And now Dave said the same thing. I feel for you. You look tired AF last night. And I'm like, what? Again, I wasn't tired at all. Like when you're feeling good and people are like, hey man, what's wrong with your face? That's not good. Right?
It's a little concerning.
It is concerning. Now, on the stream, maybe I don't look that tired because I have a ring light, and I
Yes.
basically got the Carrie Lake effect.
Oh, I know. It does do wonders for you.
But I'll tell you what, if you want me to freak you out real quick, just for the streamers here, I'm going to turn off this purple backlight. It does make a big difference, right? So right now, I look like a spring chicken. You ready to get terrified? I'm going to turn this off real quick, and you're going to see what I look like without it. On.
Oh, it's not turning off.
It's been a little tricky here.
Oh, no. Oh. You look the same.
No. You hear that? You hear that? Listen to that.
No one hears that.
That's the sound of 1,000 vaginas drying up all at once.
You look the same.
Nope, that just happened.
Wait, so you really think the purple does? I mean, maybe you have a little more warmth to your skin with the purple.
So warm.
Yeah, it's
so
definitely like yeah, you were just in Cabo or something. But
Yeah.
I mean, you still basically look the same.
Tired of EF. Yeah, is the look. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think takes it harder during a breakup, men or women?
Yikes! I'm gonna say men.
Yeah, why?
I don't know because us women are awesome.
Yes, and I have a theory as to why. Because, I mean, you're right. A study found that breakups are harder on men than women. And I think the answer is pretty obvious because women can bounce back and find a suitable partner almost immediately, just get back onto the market. Men, we have to work really hard at it. I mean, hell, most of our male group, our friend group, are all guys that are just, desperately single, right?
I guess.
If you think about it, I could go through and I could name check people. Some people say it's by choice, but come on, come on. Yeah, because it's 2 weeks until Valentine's Day. But the study found that breakups tend to be harder on men than on women because the stereotype is that women are more emotionally dependent, but it could be the opposite. Study found that men, at least straight men anyways, tend to rely on their romantic partner for more emotional support, and women don't need it as much. Because they also get it from their friends.
Yes, we do.
So, it might be difficult for women who don't have other female friends, and that breakup is a little tough, and
Right.
I could see that being a factor. But it found that guys are more likely to see relationships as being beneficial to their overall well-being. And unfortunately for us, they're not wrong. They get more mental and physical benefits than women do, leading to better mental health and a higher life satisfaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's another reason to shack up during Valentine's Day, but I don't know. Men are also more likely to report feelings of sadness and loneliness after a breakup. I didn't report any of those feelings to you during my last breakup, did I?
None.
You're the best friend ever.
Not a single
And
one.
because of that, yeah, not a single one. Just no feelings whatsoever. I'm numb, baby. I'm steel on the inside.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, previous studies have found 70% of divorces are initiated by women. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because they don't care. They don't care. It's like, yeah, we're done. We're fine. I don't need you. I'm going on to the next lonely guy who needs me for his mental and physical well-being. Speaking of Valentine's Day, yesterday I briefly mentioned the fact that you ever have those like sweethearts candies growing up that have little messages on them?
Yes, disgusting.
They are disgusting. It's just basically colored sugar, right? But, of course you get them on Valentine's Day because they have cheeky little messages on them. You ever get the Marry Me one?
No.
Okay, so they do have messages that say Marry Me on it. This year, you want to avoid those at all costs if you're trying not to get married, because sweethearts are claiming that these sweethearts are now legally binding.
Wow.
Yeah, and they actually took it a step further. So, if you get a sweetheart that says marry me on it, if you scan it, like take a picture of it, it'll take you to a website, right, that will basically help you legally get married online.
How?
Technology, I don't know. I mean, do I look like I work for the Sweetheart Corporation?
A little bit.
Okay. Well, with that, though, yeah, I guess you go to the sweethearts.com and you scan the marry me thing, and it goes to the a marriage certificate website.
Wow.
And then they even go farther than that, right? So then they have the move in sweetheart, right? So if it says move in.
I've never seen that.
Oh, yeah, well, this year they have them. But if you scan that, it will take you to a website for movers to help you move in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And what's worse is they also have the forever. You ever get the number forever
Okay, I've
on a
gotten
sweetheart?
that.
You gotten
Yes.
that?
Uh-huh.
That one will give you herpes, and it never goes away.
Oh, my God.
Facts. All right, so that was my joke I said yesterday, and I just I stretched it out. How was that, Todd? It doesn't look like I'll be promoting Kayvon's comedy show. Sorry, Kenny. I sent an invite to Kayvon. I'm looking for the Shoot Me Sweetheart. Sweetheart's doing Sweetheart's marketing. Yeah, that's good. And Sweetheart Babies. All right. I'm loving all these comments. All right. I didn't record anything today. But I did. I do have viral videos, and I did tease viral videos. Okay, so here's great. I hate these YouTube pranks where, people are chasing clout by doing these kind of on the street pranks. Well, there was a Instagram prankster who tried, this is the header for the post that I'm about to share, rizzing up some girls by giving them his diamond chain. But he didn't check his surroundings and didn't realize that one of their boyfriends was in the car when he gave this girl the diamond chain. And what happened next is what this guy deserved, to be honest with you.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I'm going to share this here. Let me pull this up before I go into. Oh, not that. I hear Todd. Great setup and execution, beef. All right, so listen to this.
I can't believe this day I got my chain snatched, bruh. This is crazy work. That's for you. For you, baby. Now, where the hell he come from?
No, my bad, brother. Hey, no, okay, I need that. No, I'm a comedian, bro. Now, listen, brother. Yo, bro. Hey, bro, no, check it out. I'm a comedian. Hey, folks. No, I'm a comedian. Can you tell him? Look, check it out. Bro, the whole thing is being recorded, dog. I have camera on my glasses, bro. Bro, you can't do that, gang. I'm recording this whole time. Bro, don't do shit like that, bro. That's crazy. All right.
I can't believe this day I got my chain snatched, bruh.
Shouldn't probably had it in the first place, to be honest with you. So that was the first viral video. Don't rizz up girls with diamond chains and not expect to get jacked.
Well, what's his prank? He's like, he gives it to a girl and then he's like, give it back.
I don't follow his Instagram page, so I don't know what the end results would have been. So, besides him getting jacked, this one is crazy, and this seems like this is real as well. But this police officer is a recovering alcoholic, and he broke down in tears after he pulled over a guy, and it completely baffled this guy. You kind of feel bad for the police officer in this situation. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. All right, listen to this.
It must be coming out of your own breath because there's no alcohol in here.
Don't start insulting my partner.
I'm just saying, like,
you really want to start going there?
You're saying that I'm drinking and I'm not drinking.
recovering alcoholic, and they're gonna fucking accuse me of drinking.
Yeah, he's recovering, man. He's very
How the
concerned
fuck
about
is he a cop then?
Hey, shit happens, alright? So anyways,
Did he just leave?
yeah, he got out.
Is he crying? It must be
That's
coming
it, yeah.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is kind of sad, right? So, but it's like he's drinking on the job as a cop too, and you see the face and like the pain in his eyes, right? But this guy's getting pulled over, and of course he's being defensive, like, "Hey, I wasn't drinking. Why are you accusing me of drinking?" Right? And he's being defensive in the right mode. So he's like, that smell of alcohol could be coming from your breath, And then that's when he stated he's a recovering alcoholic and then broke down in tears. How true is this or real is this? I don't know, but let's see if it's like you can see the look of bewilderment on the kid who's getting pulled over. And you see the quivering lip. Oh. You don't like this story, huh?
I think it's kind of sad. I don't know.
It is sad. Right? But okay, well then I guess let's wrap a bow around this and say cops are people too.
They are.
Yeah.
Ish happens.
Yeah, it happens. Shouldn't be drinking on a job though.
Do you think he was though, or do you think?
I think he was possibly crying because he can't control his alcoholism.
We don't know.
All right. I'm sorry I even brought it up. I did a morning moron this morning that was speaking of alcoholism. Can we laugh at some alcoholism? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so the morning moron today was a middle school gym teacher. Okay, and he was on his way to work to coach at middle school. He was a coach, like PE coach, right? 7:30 in the morning, he gets into a fender bender. It's a hit and run. Right? Because he gets out of the car and he apologizes as he was dropping his kid off at another school. And then he's on his way to work. He bumps into another car, gets out of the car, apologizes, says, sorry, I got to go to work. And the guy's like, no, we got to exchange information. You just hit me. And he just took off. So the guy filmed it, got his license plate number, called the police. Police were able to track him down at his job, which was at the middle school. So when they went to the middle school, they started talking to him and they realized that he was under the influence. And so they had him do 4 sobriety tests. He failed each one.
Oh.
Yes. That's when they asked him to take the breathalyzer test. He blew a 0.4. Now, 0.4 maxed out the breathalyzer.
Oh.
So he could have been even more drunk.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't realize that. At that point, the principal gave the police permission to search his office. That's where they found alcohol in his office. Keep in mind, it's a weekday and it's 7:30 in the morning.
That's what happens, though. It's slippery slope.
Yeah. So for maxing out the breathalyzer, which is a difficult thing to do and survive, I had to make this guy the morning moron. But this was nuts. He still was like being the most responsible alcoholic you can be besides hit and run.
Right.
I got to get my kid ready for school. Glug, glug, glug. I got to drop him off. Glug, glug, glug. Got to get to school, teach these kids how to play fucking dodgeball again. Glug, glug, glug. I can't do it. Yeah. God, okay, fine. I guess.
I know, it's a disease. It's hard.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't know I was hitting close to home there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So close.
All
Feel
right.
for these people.
All right. Yeah, well, you're an empathetic creature. I appreciate it. People are concerned that Leonardo DiCaprio's whipped. Is that something worth talking about that would cheer you up? Because
You've been saying this about him, though, because of where her hand placement was on a balcony once.
Oh, yeah?
You remember?
No.
It was like down his pants, around his bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And you said
was cupping
because
his
of-
butt.
Yeah, and so you've been saying that whoever he's dating right now has a good hold on him.
Yes, yeah, because she did the butt cup. Her name is Victoria Soretti. She's a beautiful woman here. Let's see. I'll show some pictures. The thing about her that makes Victoria so different than the other ones that DiCaprio has dated is that she made it past the age of 25.
Really?
Yeah, she's 26 years old. Now, Leonardo DiCaprio has a well-documented history of dumping women when they are 25 years old. He's like a legal pedophile in a way that he dates them when they're young. I'm talking from 19 to about 25. And as soon as 25 hits, be like, done, right? Now, the reports that are happening with Leo and this beautiful Italian girl who, if you look at her eyes, are very similar to Leonardo DiCaprio's as far as the structure, the eyebrow structure. What? Yeah, I'll try to pull up a good example of this.
I don't see it.
You will. Let's see. So I think this one here. You say you don't see it, but I see it. See it in the third picture
Okay, I do.
Okay, see? So you usually fall in love with someone that shares facial features of yourself.
You do?
Yes, and this is something that science has kind of proven. That's why so many married couples often get mistaken for being relatives. Because, you look in the mirror every day, that is your subconscious definition of beauty. And so it's not unlikely that people end up marrying people that look like them in one way or another, a feminine version of themselves or vice versa. So Leo finds this beautiful Italian model that has his eyes. All right. And then he starts falling for her and is still dating her beyond the age of 25, which already started raising some eyebrows. Now, another thing about this, according to like TMZ, is that he has kind of put her on a pedestal, right? Like he usually reserves his loyalty for his boys, like his crew, his entourage. Yeah, Tobey Maguire, all those like Hollywood D-bags, right? And he's always like putting them above everyone else. But now she's become the priority over his time with his guy friends. And he still hangs out with them, but only when Victoria is like elsewhere, somewhere out of town working.
Oh, what a dedicated boyfriend.
Finally, right? And now Leo's friends are allegedly finding this a tough pill to swallow because, they've been mooches and hanger-ons for so long, dude. Can you imagine your entire life, your main job is Turtle from Entourage. You're just hanging out with Leonardo DiCaprio. You're scraping up his leftovers. You're on yachts. You're partying it up. Doing the whole
parties
thing.
Too.
Oh, hard. And so that's your entire like social circle. That's your entire life. That's even your income and your livelihood. But then this one woman comes along, shares the exact same eyes that you have, Leo has, and then he falls in love with her and continues to date her past the age of 25.
And that's why it's the eyes.
It is the eyes. Yeah, he likes, and that says a lot about someone's way they see themselves. It's gross. It's kind of gross.
I don't see Kenzo in me. We don't look alike.
Yeah. Maybe you guys are a small exception to the rule. There are exceptions to the rule for sure. But maybe I'd have to look. I mean, obviously Kenzo's Japanese.
Right.
Yes, but when you were dating him, were you stoned a lot?
No.
That's an inappropriate question.
My name is Japanese though, so I think it was Manifest Destiny.
There you go. You're what?
Named after a Japanese person.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see. Well, I'd have to see a side by side.
No.
I'd be able to point out some similarities and stuff. He's a good looking guy. First off, soft spoken. Tattoo artist, cool. You like cool. So I mean, I see all the reasons why cool. You would, marry this man. But okay, maybe a small exception to the rule. Not everyone's gonna look alike. Obviously, there are relationships where people look completely the opposite, but. It is somewhat of a stereotype and something that has continued to kind of happen time and time again to where it is a thing. I'm not just making it up.
No. I do think there's some accuracy in that, but.
All right. You know what? I want to pull up Alex Terrible.
Oh, why?
You don't know about Alex Terrible.
No, I love Alex Terrible, but what happened?
Now, it's crazy that you love Alex Terrible because didn't he not get some really bad press recently or in the last few years?
Slaughter to Prevail?
Yeah.
Well, he's just had a sordid past, right? But he owns up to it.
What was the thing with the dog?
The dog?
Yeah.
Well, that's news to me.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's just a rumor, kind of like Marilyn Manson removing
there's
a rib.
a bear. There's a bear. He fought a bear.
Okay.
He had some questionable tattoos that he admits to when he was younger.
Well, his last name is Terrible. So, I mean, if you're surprised that a man named Terrible sometimes does terrible things, then you're not paying attention to the brand. But let's get on the air. I'll talk about this because I haven't mentioned this in over a week. This happened like a week ago, which is pretty massive. I'll explain it to you.
Huh.
Cracker with Low and Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I do somewhat have, it's kind of like music news, so might as well hit the intro for that. All right, tell me everything you know about Alex Terrible, because you're a fan of Slaughter to Prevail and Alex Terrible, correct?
Yes, he is a great frontman. He has done some really fun covers, like of a Christmas song, which is really cool. He's from Russia.
Yep, from Russia.
He has fought a bear.
He has fought a bear.
Yes.
Nice, yeah. So, I mean, he's a badass, is he not? If it comes to the legend of Alex Terrible, you would say, hey, this is a front man, a lead singer that you don't want to essentially rush the stage and try to take out because it probably won't end well for you.
No, and he owns that stage. His voice is it's good.
Yeah, well, he is expanding his career and his passions, of course, music being one of them, but also combat sports. And he recently had his debut bare knuckle fighting match.
Okay.
Yes, and that happened, and it was a match that he won.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, wholeheartedly. So, in fact, actually, I'll show this here on the podcast broadcast stream. You're going to see Alex Terrible make quick work of his opponent.
Который чуть ли не на 30 килограммов был тяжелее. А вообще Шоколад с детства занимался борьбой, а не ударными дисциплинами. И посмотрите, что он творит.
He's punching.
He's punching and he knocks him out. Boom. Bare knuckle sports is blowing up, by the way.
So you have gloves? You have like little mittens
No gloves.
on?
No gloves.
But there's something on their hands.
Yes, they wrap them, right?
Why?
But the knuckles are still exposed. They wrap the wrists and they wrap around the hand so to prevent any kind of breaks. But
What?
yes.
So is it truly bare though?
No, the knuckles are
so
exposed.
that's why it says bare knuckles, not bare wrists.
Yeah, not bare palms, but yeah, no, it's a bare knuckle fighting. So the knuckles are exposed, and bare knuckle fighting again is quickly becoming the fastest rising combat sport in the world. And there's a league here called the Bare Knuckle BKFC. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Conor McGregor is a part owner of it now. They just did a sold-out show in Philadelphia, which broke a lot of records. Former UFC fighters were on that card, and they were victorious. But the thing, I think I saw Ariel Helwani talk about it as to why it's perfect for this generation, because these fights are usually like 60 seconds. It's a sport that's 100% built for the instant gratification ADD crowd.
Wow.
Because most of them end in brutal knockouts very quickly. It is very difficult for a bare knuckle fighter to go a full 5 rounds or whatever.
Why can't you hit their heads? I just feel like heads should be off limits. That's my rule with my children.
Yes, that is a good rule for children fighting, but not a good rule for bare knuckle fighting. Because to get a knockout, you got to go for the head.
So that's the goal.
Yes, that's the goal. Now we'll see
Why?
Here's Alex Terrible actually with a bear. He's not fighting the bear.
I don't know if he actually fought the bear actually. But
These Russians are crazy, man. But
he is a beast.
Yeah, this is what he wore to the weigh-in. He wore that mask.
Yeah, and that's what he used to wear for a long time before he unveiled his face.
Yeah, so he's a nut. So much so that he's taking his craziness to professional combat sports, and now he's 1-0.
He scarred his own face.
Why? How?
Scarification.
He
Where
did
you,
that on purpose?
Yes.
Okay. As a beard?
No, it's over his eye, right? So people get the scarification stuff, body modification. He did that over his eye to make a scar like that.
To look even more terrifying.
I guess so.
All right, and you love this band.
Oh, I think this band's awesome.
I'm 100% terrified of this band and this band. I'm
So
afraid
good.
I'd get my ass kicked just listening to this band. Who would win in a fight? Slaughter to Prevail or Blink-182?
Oh, Slaughter to Prevail, hands down.
I don't know. Travis Barker, over 6
No,
feet tall and does look crazy.
But vegan, has a lot of matcha. The matcha could give him the energy to be squirrely. But I just think overall he's been in California for so long that he's just.
No, you could have stopped the vegan. You're right. Alex Terrible would mop the floor with him.
Yeah.
Brutal. But yeah, so one of your favorite lead singers going at, would you not listen to his music if you saw him brutally beat up people?
I don't think he'd do that though.
He's doing it. I just showed you the clip.
Money. It's a contained environment. It's a consensual environment, right? I don't think he's just going to go around just punching babies in the face.
Well, how do you think they train in Russia? They legitimately just punch babies in the face
They do not.
until they become really tough at combat sports.
No.
Babies and bears. That is the regimen. Watch out for those Russians if you're getting into a scrap with them on the streets. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's keep this conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with more after music from the Chili Peppers on Rock 102.1 KFMA.
Babies and bears.
Yeah, I like alliteration. So
Yes,
whenever
you
I
do.
see an opportunity to have words that line up, bye-bye, babuski. Did you see Powers' unboxing? Okay, so Powers did this unboxing. It was his birthday yesterday, and I left him a little birthday surprise. Yeah, I left him a little birthday surprise. I gave him an In-N-Out double. A little note, HBD Powers,
Nice.
and then he texted me back some, and I gave him a thumbs up. So
Nice.
yeah, so he did this thing. There it is. Insane. So for his birthday, I don't know how much he spent on this. It had to have been a lot of money.
Treat
though.
yourself.
Yeah, that's true. You got to treat yourself. And so he for his birthday, which is I think this is like 45th birthday, he bought himself a Thundercats set from this custom builder. I'm going to show you how massive this thing is. And the initial image of what he was showing here, let's see. Okay, so here, okay. Look at this is crazy. Look at this setup here. Right? You see that? All those boxes of Thundercats stuff.
Cool.
Right. Yeah. All right. So then his whole thing is yesterday for his birthday, he was going to, I think he bought this a little bit ago and he sat on it to basically treat himself to open up everything and build it. But this is from a specialty company that customizes in this. Thundercats was a cartoon in the 80s. Lionel, I remember having a little Lionel doll. So, and a couple of their deals. Thundercats is cool for kids in the 80s, for sure. But then to do this build, like this is what he ended up unveiling, how massive this thing is.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah, look at that was Castle Grayskull.
It's a monolith.
Scale.
It's a Goliath.
Show. Look at that thing.
The Super 7 Cat Slayer. I cannot
I mean, this
believe
is something you wouldn't even
shocked.
imagine buying your kids, by the way.
No, I would love to buy this for my children.
You would love to buy it for your children, but it's something that's so expensive and so detailed and nice that you don't want to play with it, you know? And so I'm sure.
Oh, you can play with that?
No, you don't want to. You don't want to. Not at all.
So anyway, I might be just about done. What was it?
Yeah, look at that.
Yes.
And so there's batteries in it, and he set it up. He did this live stream.
So
He's obviously having issues there, trying to set up the camera. But to see the back, I mean, I am impressed on how much. Look at that's the back of it, right? It's the little buttons and everything, and then he puts in this little Thundercats little slider, and then you have the symbol. You're talking like next level as far as toys are concerned, right? So this company, I don't know the name of the company. He mentions it in his live stream. Is they specialize obviously in customizable, like kind of retro toys, but next level stuff, like expert level stuff. So it even has a button. But you guarantee, like this guy, like, man, that's probably the.
You know what's so funny? You know,
the
it's so
amount of
funny
money
because
of
again,
a
I
car
did not pay
payment,
enough attention. I
or
wanted to
down
interact in
payment
the
on a
comments, but it really was.
He might have spent $2,000 on this.
Looking at this.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
But thank you all for hanging out.
You would.
This was enough of family content. Hit the end
button.
button.
A lot of it's
and keep
talking. But I'll tell you, if you watch it, it's
yet
kind of funny
again because I missed doing these live
he
does.
It does seem like he's suffering from buyer's remorse.
The
while he
world
talks
needs
about this.
it.
He's like, I got this. So
Best
much
Frank
money.
forever.
He
Prince of
because he's so
promotion,
split
commotion,
personality
little
sometimes,
positive mental
right? So you could
attitude,
hear the
and
devil and the
certified
angel
Thundercat,
conversate this all the time, and so you could hear the buyer's remorse come out during his excitement for unpacking it. Like, oh god, like. Oh, it's gonna be great. Oh, it costs so much.
Yes.
Like head spinning. But also, I know he's happy. I'm not shitting on him. I'm kind of showing it off, okay? But at the same time, that's something that like that's a lot of money. And me being a frugal person by nature, I'm just like, ooh.
Okay, so if you were not a frugal person and you want to treat yourself to something that's really expensive, what would you treat yourself to?
A vacation with a girl to have sex with on the beach.
Really?
Yes.
So nothing like physical, just like an experience.
That is physical.
Well, I mean, like nothing that you're going to own. Like I'm talking about like he bought like a toy, right? Like
yes.
So you want an experience, but if you had to buy like a physical item to spend a lot of money on, what would you buy?
Physical item, I don't collect trinkets and things, right? So yeah, I mean none of that.
The list is endless. You could pick a car.
Yeah, even my car I'm practical. Actually, I vibed with the guys from Funeral Portrait because they're all Kia drivers, right?
Oh,
so they saw my Kia Soul, and then we were like the Soul Club. We're talking about all the awesome things about Kia Souls that we love, and then also the downside. So yeah, it's a very rock and roll car.
They all fit in there too, huh?
Yeah, but no, I mean, honestly, unfortunately, I can't relate to that. I know Todd can because he's a collector as well. So, and I could appreciate that. And then we were talking about Magic the Gathering yesterday too, and I can understand and appreciate that as well. I don't personally collect monetary items or physical items like that. I know.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm more of a life and experience type person. I like to keep it to the point where, like, not inviting anybody, but if someone came in and, like, robbed my place tomorrow, don't do it, by the way. That I'm just like, okay, there's just some stuff.
So what's like the oldest item that you've held on to? That like
well, the platinum plaque that I got, there's emotional.
There's nothing before that?
I didn't even pay for that.
There's nothing from like your childhood that you still have?
No, not really. No.
Wow.
I mean, I had toys and stuff. I had Alf growing up. So I had a special connection with Alf, and I still appreciate Alf. I had
But he's gone.
I had the G.I. Joes and everything and the little wrestling
gone.
buddies. Yeah, they're gone.
Okay, so that's your oldest thing that you own in your house right now is the plaque from when you were a DJ in Phoenix?
No, I have some notebooks of my writings that I appreciate.
Okay.
So that would be kind of the oldest stuff that I have.
Wow.
That doesn't have any monetary value, but has emotional,
Right, sentimental.
sentiment. Yeah, so that kind of stuff. Yeah, but as far as like stuff and things, no, I'm not a stuff and things. I know, trust me, it's obviously a big industry, and a lot of people connect their nostalgia to these physical things, and more power to them. I'm just not wired that way.
No, I think that's isn't it called like Swedish like death cleaning or like where you like clean out your house so when you die like there's not a lot of stuff to like purge after someone?
No, but what I'll do is every time I move, then that's a purging situation. So there's a lot of stuff that goes to Goodwill. And yeah.
You're a recycler.
Yeah, well, kind of where I'm just like, no, it's a new start. So, it's time to get out with the old.
Oh, I envy you.
Yeah, you can't do that, huh?
No, I'm a keeper of things.
That's called hoarding.
I like to not think like that. I like to say keeper of things.
Right, yeah. I don't know if it's fiscally responsible if you don't have like a steady income to spend that much. Like if you have, and this is probably why.
No, I think it's a good.
If I had
balance.
expendable money, like Todd's a good example here because Todd makes decent money, right? And every week he knows what he's getting paid, and he's able to amass money and set money aside in savings and budget it. And then through that, he's like, I have this extra money. What am I going to do with it? Okay, I'm going to treat myself with some of these like keepsakes that I really enjoy, whether it's a gaming system or D&D stuff that I could build and collect. All that's great. I have my set income. It's nothing like crazy. I have my responsibilities with my daughter that I have to have money for, right? And then I try to save up for experiences like vacations or adventures. That's me personally, right? But say if someone doesn't have those, it's like, yeah, I've hustled this month and I made good money this month, but next month is like questionable of like what gigs are going to come in. Then, like me personally, I couldn't do that because I don't want to be sitting in a situation where I'm broke and I'm like, I had $2,000 last month, but I spent it, right?
Right.
So, but no, I was happy for him. Yeah. And I gave him a cheeseburger because I'm like, it looks like you spent a lot of money. Here, have a free cheeseburger. Happy birthday. That was nice.
Very nice. Very sweet. Very generous.
See? Positive person. That's Todd saying. I just have poor impulse control. Well, yes, it happens. But I'm sure. Hey, okay, Todd, let me ask you this. Is there anything that you overspent money on that your wife was like, are you really spending money on that? And I know that their answer is yes, but I just want to know what those examples are. Now, one thing that he probably won't get bagged on is buying D&D stuff, collectible stuff, because that's how they met. She might understand that. But I'm sure there's some other stuff where she's like, really? Did you just spend $1,000 on that? Because now they have a joint income, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does your husband ever spend money on something that you're like, why'd you spend money on that?
No, we actually haven't been. Like, it used to be like technology, I think pre-kids, right? He'd buy like the best TV, the newest PlayStation, like blah, 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 blah. But now, like, I don't know. We don't really buy a lot of stuff.
Because
we still have a lot of stuff.
You never know when you have to take the kids to urgent care and spend $500, right? So
Yes.
you kind of want to have, once you have kids, and this is why, Powers doesn't have kids. So, he's the kid. So he's going to, treat himself, which that makes more sense. But once you have kids and you're like, that's a financial responsibility that I have to make sure that I have some money for. which is a bummer, I guess.
Kind of.
Yeah, what else do I like to spend money on? Because I don't. I just,
You like to eat out. I think.
yeah, which goes back to vacations with, in relationships and stuff.
Experiences.
Yes, absolutely. That kind of stuff, I mean, obviously, there's no, running value. Like, the dinner that I had on Tuesday won't increase in value over years. I can't
No.
resell my dinner, so
Well, that's
it's
right.
not like an investment.
We eat out a lot, so I think that's where a lot of our finances go. I
Big
don't
time.
know how to make food.
Big time. But also my wild spending is on things like Weird Al tickets for both of us. Yeah, which is good. Let's see. I spend money on Roadrunners hats and coffee. You're absolutely right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you do coffee every day.
But I get 40% off my Roadrunners hats, so you would spend money on those too.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. Someone was asking me about my discount, and it might be 50%, to be honest with you, which is good.
That is solid.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why all my hats are now Roadrunners hats. I don't have a single hat that is not Roadrunners affiliate, but you can't
Yeah, that's
necessarily tell these hats are Roadrunners.
Well, that one's really cool too. It's very stealthy.
That's
blends in.
all my hats. Like they aren't like blatant Tucson Roadrunner hats. They're just kind of like cool vibe hats. All right, let's see what I got here. Yeah, bills. I spent my money on 1 dozen eggs. I saved up $2,000, got a dozen eggs. Let's see. Give me cash on Friday. Need a hoodie. Yeah, actually, there was a hoodie that I was eyeballing there too. So yeah, spend my money on clothes for sure. I don't spend my money on cars because I still have that Kia Soul, so I'm frugal in ways.
Mm-hmm.
I will spend money on GTA 6.
Worth it.
Yeah, and rumors are like that game is going to be at least $100 when it rolls out. Todd, how much do you think the GTA 6 will be once they finally release it?
You thinking that 80?
Normally games are around $60 and 80 for deluxe versions. So there is speculation that it might be super expensive, like upwards of $200. Depending on obviously the value, a lot of people would spend this right off the bat because you're talking about a month of straight gameplay probably without repeating a single thing.
When was the last one released?
2013 or 14.
Wow.
Yeah, 14 I think. Long time ago.
Decade.
So it's been 11 years. Todd, what do you think the new GTA 6 is going to cost? You're so positive. You couldn't even be a responsible, frugal mom when I was like, look at what Power's doing. You're like, good for him. It makes him happy. But you watch the stream. I feel like he's happy and then unhappy at the same time.
Everybody has their stuff,
going back
right?
and forth. Yeah. Here, let me give you this. This is how we're going to wrap things up. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I'm waiting for Todd's answer on how much he thinks the GTA 6 is going to be.
70.
Nope. I think, honestly, there's been speculation online that game is going to cost a lot more when it rolls out. $70 is what the game would cost, or any video game would cost right now. And to do a direct download, maybe $50 if you're lucky, but not a GTA 6. So, experts are saying that this might be the first game that they sell that's like a console game that could be in the hundreds of dollars.
Whoa.
Yes. And that a lot of people will pay for it and without batting an eye. So you might want to start saving for GTA 6 now. It's just a heads up. Let me ask you this. Okay, you're in a situation where you're about to be attacked, but you're not like a martial artist, so you need a weapon. And you're looking around the house, you're like, what can I use as a weapon? You ever have this thought cross your head?
I know.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, my keys. One in between each finger, like a Wolverine.
Yeah,
Right?
you turn yourself into Wolverine
And I
with
go,
keys.
Shah, shah.
Yeah, you go shaw. But
Shaw,
see,
shaw.
you would slash with your keys?
In the eyeballs.
Yeah, okay, so good. So the way that you were showing it was a slashing
Well,
motion.
that would be like to distract them, then pa in the eyes, right? Like so, a little distract.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they would say, "Oh my
they're
God,
looking
what's she
down,
doing?
and
Let's
then
put my
up."
arms down to my side and stick my face forward while she's going shaw because something's happening here."
Exactly, and then up with the keys into the two eyeballs.
I don't think that would work out for you.
It would.
But there is a list of everyday items that you could turn into weapons,
Oh.
and keys. Obviously, if you're walking to your car, it's on the list. And yeah, they do say for like self-defense for women especially, you'll like, I think it's already 2 generations know you put the keys in between your fingers and then someone comes up to you, you stab them in the neck or the eyeball, right?
Yes.
Now, not if they come up to you and ask you for directions or something nice, only if you're feeling threatened.
Yes.
I don't want random people to get stabbed in the eyeball because of this show. All right, but here are some everyday items at your house that you could turn into a weapon in case of emergency. Pots of hot coffee. Okay?
Oh, yeah, right to the dome.
Yeah, right off the bat, it's hot. It contains liquid that's hot, so you just spray them. It's glass, so if you hit someone good in the face with it, that's gonna slow them down.
It can break.
Yeah. Speaking of coffee, you can use a coffee mug. Same basic principle.
Oh, that could get some traction, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You splash the coffee in the face while they say, oh, my eyes, then bash them over the head with a cup
These
of
are like
coffee.
morning intruders.
Okay, so that's if someone, invades in the morning. What if they go outside of that and it's like lunchtime? You're like, what am I going to do? Fire extinguisher? They say spraying one of these suckers will distract any situation. And it's so funny that this is on the list because I remember our work training meeting and Tip, our traffic guy, mentioned about grabbing what he would do in a situation if we got, I don't know, like a group of terrorists holding us hostage. He's like, I'd grab a fire extinguisher and smoke out the room and then crawl to safety.
I like that. That's creative.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, John McClane. But yeah, in here, it's there. They say spraying one of these suckers will distract any situation, and then you can use it as a blunt object if you're close enough. A pen, ever hear the saying the pen is mightier than the sword? Well, if you're like Joe Pesci in Casino, you know this to be true because you could whack a guy with a pen.
Oh.
It's got to be a good pen, though. Not one of those cheap plastic Bic pens.
Like a fountain pen with
Yeah.
like ink.
Yeah, and you know what? They
Maybe
don't
a
really.
feather.
Yeah, you don't find them laying around that often. So I would not look for a pen in a case of emergency. Carabiners. Those
Why?
tools that mountain climbers use?
Yeah,
Well,
why?
a fun fact, they actually make nice brass knuckles.
Oh, but they're small though. I guess you could get big ones.
Well,
but
no, don't. You don't put it over like all 4 knuckles. You just put it over your 2 knuckles.
That's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it won't. It's just like a little tap.
Look, give me a head to punch with these wrapped around 2 of my knuckles,
Oh,
and that
nothing.
dude's going down.
No.
Like Alex Terrible's opponent in a bare knuckle fighting match.
I don't believe it.
Well, I mean, you're a woman, so I can't say let me punch you in the head. But trust me, if you got punched in the head with one of these things, you'd be agreeing with me real quick.
All right.
Wristwatch, same thing as brass knuckles, right? So you use that as brass knuckles. Aluminum water bottle, it hurts a lot
Yes.
like more than the plastic ones, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those can do damage.
A belt, you can use a belt, right? Like if you ever watch like a Jackie Chan movie, like or The Accountant, if you have quality belt skills, you could use that. You might need to know some martial arts in that situation. All right, here's a couple more things. Everyday items you could turn into a weapon in case you need it in case of emergency. Hornet or bug spray. It works like mace. You don't have to spend money on mace. Spray some Raid in somebody's eyes, and they're not going to be happy as well.
Nope.
Yep. A flashlight. Not only can you use it to temporarily blind someone, but you can bang them over the head with it.
Yep.
And then finally, your smartphone.
No.
Yes. No, I mean, yeah, they're expensive, but they're not worth more than your life. So a smartphone-led jab to the forehead or the throat will give you some stunning time to make your getaway. All right. So obviously, you don't remember to put the keys in between your fingers every single time you walk to the car, but you always hold on to your cell phone.
Nah, it's not gonna do that much.
No, you're going flat. You got to jab it like a knife.
No, that's even less intense.
Look, I could poke myself in the side of the head right here, but I would end the show immediately because I'd knock myself out. These things are built to last.
Oh no, they are not built to last. They're built to break.
No,
So
it's
you can buy the new one.
a jab in the throat. Voila!
And then it shatters because
Yeah.
it's a chintzy little device.
You're like, holler. Cha.
Straight to the neck. I guess you could do that.
See?
Okay, in the neck.
In the neck
Only the neck.
or the forehead.
Nah,
They said forehead too.
heads are strong.
No, you could knock somebody out with one of these. Don't try it at home, kids. But
No.
kids, if in case of emergency, these everyday items you could turn into a weapon, and that's your beef tip. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Tomorrow morning, tons of people are going to be stopping by. We'll continue to give away tickets for your Tucson Roadrunners. Till then, Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later. All right, there we go. We did it. We pulled
Yes!
through very positively. See? Lindsay said, I got a cherry bottle opener on keychain. Yep, use that. See? Corner of the phone to the temple. Bam. And then Sweet's Nightmare, if I had scratches on my arms for the key ring. Oh, I don't know A tube sock with a can of soda works well too. Yeah, that's a good. There you go. Excellent.
All right, noted.
And then Todd said, I suspect the ultimate GTA 6 is going to cost you $150 out the door. All right. That's good. Well, time will tell. And when we say time, probably completely to the end of the year.
Yeah.
But that was a compromise answer, Todd, and I appreciate that. Instead of saying, you're a fucking idiot and no way, blah, 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 you're like, okay, fine. I will settle with maybe 150. But
Loch Ness said 120. So, yeah, it's in that ballpark.
yeah, we're going to find out. Yeah, double the amount of what it normally was. 60 is the normal, so double seems like 100% markup seems like something they would do for something like this. But again, we'll find out. But thank you guys for watching the show. We're out of here. I'll see you tomorrow. Babuski.
Bye.